So the table below shows the cost for a movie theater membership with an initial startup fee charged in the first month. We want to find the cost per month and then the initial cost. So the cost per month can be found with the slope formula. We don't really want to overthink this, but we can identify just a couple of points. So let's use the 109 as my second y, the 72 as my first y. My second x is going to be 2 months, and my first x is going to be the 1 month. So when I take these values and I put it into the equation for the slope, we're going to have 109 minus 72 over 2 minus 1. 109 minus 72 is 37, and 2 minus 1 is 1, so this is just 37. So the cost per month is going to be $37. There are different ways we could go about to find out what the initial cost is. We could just use the pattern of the table. We could go reverse it by 1 and reverse this by 1, and 72 minus 37 is going to give us 35. Now, it's not always going to be necessarily that easy. The table might be a little more difficult and a lot more steps. So we could use algebra. We can pick any point we want, and we can use y equals mx plus b, because the b is what we're looking for. We have the m right now. The m is 37, so we can put that value in, and we can use any of these other points that we want. Let's use 1 comma 72 because the math will be really easy for it. But any of these points would work. So I put my 72 in for y and my 1 in for x. 37 times 1 is 37. And now we're going to subtract 37 on both sides. And we're going to get the same answer as before, is b, or the starting value, is going to be 35. And we're going to see that for the next one. The table below shows the cost of a popular hotel with a minimum stay of 4 days. Well, we want to find the cost per day. So again, we can use the slope formula. This time I'm just going to pick these 2 points. No particular reason. I'm just going to use them though. So again, when you're kind of new to it, as you are, you want to identify your x's and y's first. So my first x is 5. My second x is 6. My first y is 535, and my second y is 615. So the slope then is going to be my second y, 615, minus my first y, which is 535, divided by my second x, which is 6, minus my first x, which is 5. 615 minus 535 is 80. And 6 minus 5 is 1. So our slope is going to be $80. So that's the cost per night for this hotel. But the initial cost, again, we can use y equals mx plus b to help us find this. And we can use any of these points that we want to. And we know that the m is 80, so I'm going to put 80 in for the m. And I'm going to use this point up here, 4 comma 455. For no real reason, I just want to use that one. Any of the points would suffice. I'll put my x and y in there. I had to rewrite it, give us a little more room. And now we just solved this for b. So 80 times 4 is 320. Then we can subtract both sides by 320. And that's going to give us an initial fee of $135 for the B. And if you have any kind of questions, please email your math teacher.